Compressing vocals doesn't have to be that hard, and a lot of people overcomplicate something that can actually be really simple once you know what you're doing. Hey, how's it going? Andrew Barr with Producing in the Box, where I teach you how to make incredible sounding music without analog gear, and I think you are better off without it. So I got a comment from this lovely individual, and they have been commenting on my videos for a while now. So when they made this request, I had to make a video for them and even craft a new free gift. So if you do anything with compression, and I'm sure if you're watching my channel, I'm sure you do a lot of it, I have a free gift for you called the Mom in the Car Compression Checklist. I use the analogy of mom in the car as compression, and it is really neat. It is a simple checklist that you can screenshot on your phone, or you can print off and hang somewhere in your studio, so that way you can quickly reference anytime that you're using a compressor and you know exactly what does what, and you never have to worry about it again. So if you're interested, click the link in the description. It is absolutely free. It is my gift to you for watching my channel, and also for clicking that subscribe button if you haven't already. So let's jump on into the DAW and let's start messing around with compression on vocals. So we have some vocals down here and they sound like this.
I'm all alone and tonight I'm home, baby. We're on the phone, but won't you come on over, maybe? The way you look tonight, oh honey, don't go crazy.
And then it goes into a chorus with a bunch of stacked vocals on top that sounds like this.
So come on over, it just feels so right. We'll stay in and we'll stay up all night.
So let's take a look at the main verse vocal. So this is what it sounds like by itself.
I'm all alone and tonight I'm home, baby. We're on the phone, but won't you come on over, maybe?
So everything's pretty tight. I have a little bit of Metatune for tuning right at the beginning. And then we're going into virtual mix rack here. And I have my mic emulation, and then I have my virtual preamp. And then I'm going into a trimmer, and this is going to be key. If you download the checklist, this is the #1 thing that's on this checklist. You need to make sure that your input is at a decent level. I like to shoot for -18 and no more than -9, because everything that goes into that compressor is going to get affected. So if you have more volume, all of those parameters are going to react harder than they normally would. So I like to make sure that I have a set little area that I like to work with, and then I know that no matter what, if I'm between -18 and -9, I'm in a really good sweet spot. So then I'm going into a gate here just to kind of clear everything up, just taking out some of the mouth noises, breaths, and things like that. And then just another preamp here just to add some saturation. And then here is where everything comes in. I EQ before I compress most of the time, and then I'll throw in another EQ on a little bit later on just to do just a little bit. But I always compress in stages, okay? So I don't ever use one compressor. Most of the time, you're going to want to be able to stack different style compressors. And so let me show you what this sounds like. So this is with no compression on this vocal at all.
I'm all alone and tonight I'm home, baby. We're on the phone, but won't you come on over, maybe? The way you look tonight.
So it sounds pretty decent. I mean, we have our EQ and saturation and everything in there, and our mic sounds killer. But there is a lot of dynamics. I mean, look at this. The dynamics are all over the place. And that's because vocals are dynamic. And what we want the compressor to do is to take these loud parts and tame them down a little bit, and to take the quiet parts and bring it up. Really kind of squash it, compress it. So let's make sure that we're hitting somewhere around the yellow area here in our trimmer plugin. Like I said, -18 and -9 is a good sweet spot.
I'm all alone and tonight I'm home, baby.
-18 and -9 is perfect. So now we have this compressor right here, which is an opto compressor. These things are killer on vocals. I mean, they really are. You can use any compressor. It doesn't have to be this specific one. But I really like the opto style compressors. A lot of DAWs have this style compressor. I know Studio One on the Fat channel has this style compressor on there. Logic has this style compressor all built in, in stock plugins. It is a really nice vocal compressor because it's a little bit slow, but it really smooths things out. So let's turn this on and let's just start compressing some of those peaks.
I'm all alone and tonight I'm home, baby.
So right off the bat, I got this output gain cranked up and the peak reduction sitting around 25.9. And I'm hitting -7, maybe -10 dB of gain reduction here.
I'm all alone and tonight I'm home, baby.
So like, baby, it's really kind of like poking those down
I'm home, baby.
with it off.
I'm home, baby.
See how those Bs are kind of like really in your face, but as soon as you kind of throw that compressor on, it really levels a lot of things out.
Tonight I'm home, baby. We're on the phone, won't you come on over, maybe?
So now we have the ratio here. So now that we kind of got the threshold basically set where we want, where there is no actual threshold on this plugin, it's all based off of input gain and your peak reduction, which is essentially your threshold. So if you crank the input gain up, it will push that needle down farther because the peak reduction is being reacted to it. Just like if we were to crank this knob up as well, it would hit this harder. That's why I like to make sure that I am in a good spot with my vocals before I start compressing and making sure that everything is gain staged properly. Now it's doing a really good job. Our speed is somewhere in the middle there. And then I just have it on the smooth setting here. It's doing a great job and I could probably leave it as it is.
I'm all alone and tonight I'm home, baby.
But I'm looking for just a little bit more control. And this is where the second compressor comes in. So there's a lot that you just can't do with one compressor, no matter what compressor it is. I like to stack my compressors. Instead of slamming one super hard, I like to stack them and basically kind of like share the load a little bit between the two. So let's click this one on and see what it does.
I'm all alone and tonight I'm home, baby. We're on the phone, won't you come on over, maybe? The way you look tonight, oh honey, don't go crazy, because it's only...
See how it really started to tighten that up? Now things are sounding really upfront and in your face, and it works really, really well for a mix like this.
I'm all alone and tonight I'm home, baby. We're on the phone, but won't you come on over, maybe? When you look tonight, oh honey, don't go crazy, cause it's only gonna be you and me, baby. Take...
So I have a 4-to-1 ratio here, and the release is actually cranked all the way to 7 there, and the attack is somewhere around 3.5. And so I'm not really slamming this too hard, and I'm not really slamming this one too hard either, but between the two, it really levels everything out. And you can change the order of these two and just kind of play around with that. But even if you want to use the same compressor, that's fine. Even like a digital compressor, that's completely fine. Just make sure that you're using more than one on vocals to really give that upfront, in-your-face sound. So that's really it. 2 compressors, and I get that in-your-face, upfront, polished vocal sound that you're looking for. So scroll on down, click the link in the description, and download that free Mom in the Car compression checklist. You can print it off, hang it in your studio, or just take a screenshot and save it on your phone. It is super handy to be able to reference everything, and I think the analogy works really, really well for understanding compression. So thank you for being here, thank you for watching my content, and thank you for subscribing. Now, as always, go create.